Hey everybody, I apologize for being a day late and I apologize for the lighting, but I have no power. So, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels of the highest love, light, and vibration, I would like to call upon you at this time, dudes, and ask for your assistance in joining me in this sacred space so we can do a little reading for the collective. Thank you for your love, your support, and your guidance. Please protect us from any negative energies and welcome in the energies of love and light. Amen. So, that was wild. I know you guys can't tell, but like my power just came back on. Just a minute. Alright, so if I figured out how to edit properly, we have now cut ahead to the reading. I was drawn to this particular oracle deck this week, and to be honest, I don't even remember what it's called, and I don't think I still have the box for it, but I do probably have the book. Yes, I do. It is the Starseed Oracle, okay? Yeah, I don't know why I was drawn to this one. And then I was drawn to the energy one, and then those two tarot decks popped out. I didn't really look to see what love decks we're going to use this week. And you know what? I think there's a reason for that. I don't know why, but I love this card. Like what it says here. Interesting, because I was just saying I didn't pull for I didn't allow my intuition to guide me, to a love deck, and then this is at the bottom of the Jesus Louises. I can't even speak today, you guys. I feel like that there's a reason for that. Like, there is a reason that I'm stumbling on what I'm trying to say and I can't think of it, and I'm over analyzing things. I feel like that's kind of a collective energy right now where you might be over analyzing every little detail of your life, which makes sense because this bottom of the deck energy is Mars energy. Interesting. And then we have I'm sorry underneath it. Okay, so and this card is the Great Serving, which, like I just said, it's Mars energy. There's a lot of anger. There could be some conflict that you're dealing with. But I feel like you are starting to soften to the idea of love, okay? And because you're starting to soften to that idea of love, you're learning how to forgive. You could also be looking at some kind of past wrong that you created. Interesting. All right. Please don't mind me. So Spirit's asking you this week to trust the timing of everything, trust what's happening in your life, allow things to just unfold at their natural pace, and don't try to, I'm hearing, resist it. This card says, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So for some of you, I'm feeling like this week you might be feeling a little bit impulsive, and restless is another thing I just heard. But this is a reminder that sometimes you're in a little bit of a stagnant cycle, like a lull, if you will. Something about these pink clouds are really pulling me in too. I don't know why. Something about spending time by the ocean could be important for some of you this week, or at least just like by water, somewhere where you feel you can really connect. I just got a really specific vision for some of you. It's like a forest by a creek. Honestly, it literally looks like something out of like a Disney or a Pixar movie. It looks that beautiful. Maybe it's a place you're going to discover, because some of you need to go on like more nature walks or exploring. I feel like this week a lot of you are going to be increasing in your creativity. This is reminding me of like how do you pronounce that? Mosaic? I don't know. Some kind of painting style. It starts with an M. That's gonna bother the crap out of me. You guys, this is the most chaotic reading I've done in a while for the YouTube collective. I feel like there's a reason for that. Mosaic. Really bugged me if I didn't look it up. Anyway, something about that style of painting could be relevant for some of you this week. Sorry, Marley, I didn't mean to disrupt your slumber. So your life is a canvas, artist manifestation, creative accountability. I feel like I said, I feel like a lot of you are going to be connecting more with nature, and some of you, while you're doing that, are going to start to gain a lot of creative inspiration to a lot of you create art. For some of you, it might just be like whatever your creative outlet is, being in nature is going to help you to connect more with that. So if you've been having creative blockages as of late, this would be something that might help to overcome it. Something about taking accountability here too. Which, wasn't I just saying something about how you might be looking at, like, this card here? You might be looking at situations where you were the problem, or that you created some kind of wrong. So we have, you've got the love, Handren energy, codependency, and boundaries. So I feel like this week, the collective message is 1, definitely connect more with nature. 2, create more art. And 3, there's a need for more boundaries in your life. You could, quite specifically, you could need to create boundaries with like 2 particular people in your life. These could be 2 people that you have maybe a slight codependent dynamic with, or you're just trying to break the chains of codependency in your life. And this is something that they're reminding you needs to be continued. In order to do that, is to set those boundaries. And if people aren't willing to accept the boundaries that you put in place in your life, then they're not meant to be in it. Okay? This is the card that I said I really like the way that this is worded. So it says earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down, time in nature. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? A lot of you really need to like take a break from reality for a day. I'm also hearing social media cleanse. Which is interesting because yesterday I was literally sitting reading one of my books and I was like, do I want to delete my Snapchat and Instagram off my phone again? Like, do I want to have another social media hiatus? Is it time? So that is definitely a sign for somebody in here. All right, what do we have for the collective this week? Healer of Ages. Interesting. Okay. So some of you are going to be walking away from something that's been causing a lot of cloudiness in your mind, okay? Whatever this storm warning, I feel like this is what you're walking away from. You're no longer allowing negative people, negative energies to implicate your life. I'm hearing taking control. I love this for you. Okay. So 11:11, right when I look over. Just saying. We have the Healer of Ages, Door to Spirit, Victory, Man Holding a Heart, Yin and Yang, and Angel of Balance. So off the bat, what I'm seeing is there is some kind of a victory coming forward for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, it pertains to you within your emotions. Whether you're a man or a woman, I feel like this has a lot to do with like you learning how to truly balance out your emotions in a healthy and positive way. For some of you, I do feel this is a victory with another individual, like a masculine energy, coming forward in an emotionally balanced and calm way to express something to you. But don't make that fit, because I feel like there's some of you on here that try to make that fit when it's not for you. Like for a lot of you, I feel it's truly that you're coming into an energy of balance within your heart space, I'm hearing. This is leading you to some kind of victory, okay? And I feel like it has to do with the fact that like you're truly allowing spirit to have the control of your life this week. With this yin and yang energy, it's telling me that you're accepting whatever cycle you're in right now. And for some of you, you could be in a cycle of like stagnation, or you could be in a cycle of something really hectic and busy. Like it's different for each one of you. But I feel like because you're accepting it and you're handing the wheel to spirit, it's almost like this energy is being lifted off of you from the beginning. That's what they're saying. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Also, the yin and yang symbol could be relevant this week. I feel like they're saying here with this door to spirit as well that you need to remember that they're guiding you. So even when it feels really scary, even when it feels really overwhelming, you need to trust that they wouldn't be leading you down a path that you can't handle. Okay? I don't know why, but I just heard the word uncertainty. So that might be something that some of you are struggling with this week. But I do see balance, okay? I see balance coming in because a lot of you are healers. And a lot of you are healing yourselves as well as healing, like, the world. I don't know why, but I'm thinking of another card from this deck called Magician in the Mirror. So that's telling me that you and somebody else could be mirroring one another this week. I feel like balance is really important this week as well. Interesting. The Three of Cups. So I'm taking that as the theme for the week is the Three of Cups. So what's the obstacle? The High Priestess. And the Fool is your excitement. Five of Wands. Interesting. Is the bottom of the deck energy. I don't know why, but like random pieces of hair could be relevant this week. That was so random and specific, but okay. I'm gonna start with the theme of the week being this Three of Cups energy. So I feel like this week there's a big message to connect with your community, your friends, your family. I'm hearing whoever makes you feel comfortable, okay? And at home, I just heard as well. What is the theme for the collective this week with this Three of Cups? I don't know why I'm randomly hearing it doesn't matter what other people think. Very specific, but okay. And I'm being called to pull some love decks out. That's funny. Okay. So, let's get back into this. Interesting. Didn't I tell you guys this last week too? There's a really big need to connect to your inner child. Was this last week or like midway through the week? I don't really remember. But there's a big need here to connect more with your inner child. And this could even be like a group of of women that you're friends with or men that you're friends with. Like, it's just not gender specific, but this is a collective of people that need to do something together. Childlike. Does that make sense? Because I'm literally being pulled to the tea party idea. So it's like, you could have a group of close friends that Spirit's encouraging you to do things like that with. Like, you know, there's things like high tea and stuff that you can do at certain hotels. And again, I'm overthinking, so I feel like there's something about that. Something about a big teddy bear, too. And, like, stuffed animals. There's also a side message here for some of you. It might be really good for you to connect with, like, your inner child by yourself with stuffies. And have a tea party, like you would have when you were a little kid. That's a very specific message. I feel like butterflies are going to be symbolic as well this week. It seems like the big theme this week is nurturing yourself. It is connecting with your inner child. It is connecting with your friends and connecting more with your feminine side. Because the Empress is coming in the reading here as a clarifying card. So I feel like this is a really big message to make sure you're connecting with your creative side. As well as, like I just said, make sure you're connecting with that feminine energy, because I do feel that's going to help to combat any anxiety that may surface this week. For some of you this week, your heart chakra is going to be opening up to a deeper level. And I feel like as your heart chakra is expanding this week, you're going to start experiencing some of that anxiety. I'm seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. So that's kind of telling me, those of you that may have been in a lower vibration for the last couple of weeks or days or whatever, I feel like you're coming out of that, okay? And you're coming into a more stable and balanced energy. But there is a really big message, whether you're like masculine or feminine energy, you really need to connect with your feminine side. Because that side of you not being balanced is causing a lot of this fear and anxiety to surface. I'm also seeing crows / ravens. I see those like every week though. But butterflies are definitely something of significance this week, which kind of makes sense because I'm feeling really rebirth type of energy with this 3 of Cups. So it's like, you could very well be finally stepping into your divine feminine side. Because we do have the Magician too. So yeah, I feel like a lot of you are stepping into your divine feminine energy. And because of that, your heart space is opening up to a deeper level. And there's a really strong message, like I said, to connect more with your friends, but also with your child side. Okay, let's take a look into this week's obstacle, which was the High Priestess, which makes no bloody sense to me, but okay. What is this week's obstacle with the High Priestess? I just heard information overload. So you could be in one of those energies where you're receiving like so much at once that you're kind of like almost overwhelmed to it all. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So this week's obstacle seems to be, like I was just saying, like, one, you need to trust your intuition. That's coming through pretty strongly. Duh. But 2, I am picking up this energy of, like I said, information overload. So it's like you've likely been in a period of rest with this 4 of Swords and the Hermit, Like, you've been in a period of isolation, of soul searching, of looking at the things that you needed to look at in order to take this next step in your life. And I feel like because you're doing that, you're getting ready to take some sort of leap of faith into the unknown. This is giving me very much like trusting the divine energy. But you are very much overwhelmed by this, because I feel like this energy of, you're normally very logical. You could be a very black and white type of person. So it's like when you started to open up your intuition on a deeper level, to the point where you're receiving, like, I'm picking up an energy of somebody who's been receiving like visions, information, confirmation. Wow, a bunch of birds just flew by my window as I'm saying that. Like, yeah, more things like that have been happening to you, and it's causing you to take a step back and be like, whoa, the way I've been living my life was definitely a little bit black and white. I want to say in the dark, but like, hey, actually, that's interesting. I didn't even notice, but look at the color difference, the contrast difference. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, whoever you are, you have lived very much like black and white when it comes to your life, and you're starting to, like, especially because the King of Wands is right next to it, you're starting to see things in a very different way. And I feel like that's because of this. That's because you're finally taking this leap. You've been doing the soul searching. You've been looking at the aspects of yourself that needed to be acknowledged. Something about geese. Oh, what is that from? Tell me what this is from. I can't remember. I don't know why, but I'm seeing that for a reason. I feel like that's a sign for somebody. But yeah, I feel like whoever you are, you're really just like, honestly, it's just this energy of freaking out. Like, that's what I feel. It's reminding me, honestly, it's giving me like, well, they're also reminding me of it, and there's a reason for that. It's giving me very beginning of my spiritual awakening, where like things would start to make sense, and like I would start to put the puzzle pieces together, and then I would be like, holy fuck. It's giving that energy. I remember roles can be reversed, so if this doesn't resonate for you for this week as an obstacle, 24/24. It could be somebody connected to you. Alright, so the excitement for the week is the Fool, which is interesting because that was one of the clarifying cards for the High Priestess. Hello. The Ten of Cups. Stop. Interesting. Somebody is experiencing a tower moment. I feel like the tower moment that's unfolding has to do with the fact that they're recognizing, I just heard they're the problem, but that they've been juggling too many priorities and they haven't taken enough time, I'm hearing, for themselves to find that proper balance that was needed, okay? Which could have caused this individual to, like, or you to act in a way that wasn't authentic and wasn't in your highest regard with that Seven of Swords energy. But I'm feeling like with the Tower, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles clarifying the Fool with the Ten of Cups, like, yeah, I'm feeling like somebody's having some kind of a tower moment. What's really interesting, though, is what I was picking up at first with this Ten of Cups is that, like, somebody is about to just take a leap of faith and trust that, like, this type of love is coming to them. And others of you, I feel like somebody's taking this leap towards you. You know what? For those of you that somebody's taking this leap towards you, this could have to do with that. Okay? This person could be recognizing that they did not balance their priorities in a healthy way. And I feel like it started to uproot their, like, core values. Where they're starting to recognize that, like, they're just creating burdens in their life by trying to do this. I don't know why I'm picking up this energy of somebody who's recognizing that, like, the people they've been chasing are not what they really desire. Does that make sense? It's this energy of thinking that they knew what they wanted and having it, like, because the tower can sometimes symbolize, like, literally your entire world shattering in front of you, almost like your religious beliefs, your core values, like I said, your morals, like those types of things. They can be completely uprooted from within, like underneath of you, when that tower comes out sometimes. And because we have the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles, I feel like that's what's unfolding for this person. Let's get a little more on this. You know what? They're telling me to grab a deck that I happen to have right here. That never happens, guys. That's a sign. Okay, what is this about, Spirit, for the collective this week? The Queen of Cups. The 7 of Swords. And the King of Swords. That made less sense than before. You know what? For some of you, it might be you experiencing this. You might be recognizing that someone you had some kind of a connection with is actually quite cold. You might be recognizing that this person is juggling their priorities in an unhealthy way, and you might be seeing that there were a lot of tricks, a lot of deception. Yeah, and emotional immaturity. I feel like you're starting to... One more. You're starting to see things in a more clear perspective this week. Yeah, I really feel like you're recognizing someone's heavy emotional immaturity. Okay, and I feel like the reason you're recognizing this is because you're kind of embodying this energy, where you're looking at it from not an emotional standpoint anymore, but like a practical and logical standpoint. And as you're doing that, you're seeing that, like, this isn't what you want, which is pretty much what I just said. Okay, so for some of you, it could be you experiencing that realization. Like, you could be looking and seeing, yo, I'm lying to myself. I don't actually want this, like, 10 of Cups type of love. And I should reword that, okay? Because they're saying it's not that you don't want this 10 of Cups type of love. It's just that whoever you were trying to put in that position, you may recognize this week doesn't fit it. This is really specific. I'm also hearing some of you might recognize this week the person you're currently with does not fit that mold. I also just got really dizzy. You could be going through withdrawal, or like somebody could be going through withdrawal. Yeah, there is some kind of test of faith coming for a lot of you this week, okay? And that could be what this tower energy is about, is like recognizing that this isn't what you wanted. Interesting. Okay, they're telling me to pull a little bit more, though, because they're saying that was just a side note. Okay, so what else can you give us on this Fool and the 10 of Cups energy for the rest of the collective? Literally death. Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, dude, like, I'm telling you. A lot of you are undergoing a rebirth this week, okay? Like a heavy transformation. But it's leading you towards your wish fulfillment, okay? Because a lot of you are starting to nurture yourself in the way that you were nurturing others, is another thing they just said. Okay, cool. All right. Now we're going to go into the what's the scoop. Love messages. Really? Alright. I love how I question them. And they're like, yeah. Why would we tell you? I don't know. For frack's sakes, guys. I didn't want to be doing all this. Alright, what do you have for my collective this week in love? Also, I'm sorry I didn't post this yesterday, you guys, but I've decided that I'm going to start taking Sundays for me. So I'm not actually going to do the collective reading on Sundays unless they force me to do it. Okay. So, I do see an increase in abundance this week for a lot of you, okay? There could even be some kind of a sweet love message coming through from someone, which is going to bring you some peace and happiness, but to be totally honest, I feel like you're going to tell them to, like, get bent. So, that's interesting. Oh, okay. I'm hearing it's a split collective. So some of you are going to tell this person to, like, get bent, but others of you might actually, like, engage in this conversation. It's 50-50 is what I'm hearing. And it's like, I'm hearing you need to trust your own intuition with this individual. Listen to your heart, I just heard. And now I'm hearing that song. Listen to your heart. What is that song? It's probably called that. Yeah. Okay, your third eye could have been giving you some kind of insight and clarity into this person. And I feel like this person, okay, love flutters. And then we have taken trips. All right, dirty photos. Interesting, okay. So for some of you, I feel like, oh man, there's two people in your orbit, which I've been saying for like how long now? But I feel like your intuition has been telling you which one of them has like love flutters for you, if you will, and which one of them is in it for like dirty reasons. I do see one of these two individuals is definitely a liar, which is why I feel like that third eye intuition's coming out. We do have somebody who's always on their phone as well as busy working. And I'm also seeing masked feelings. So if you receive some dirty photos this week, it's because this person doesn't know how to admit their feels. They're a little bit of a sucker for love, okay? I feel like this person is super sweet, but like I said, I'm hearing they have some codependencies to work through, which is ironic because healing's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this person's busy working because they want to provide for you. And they could not be feeling well. I feel like that's partly because their body's like rejecting them for not expressing themselves. We have dirty delete. Male spying. Incoming message. And proposal. So for some of you, this person's going to like propose some kind of quality time together, some kind of date. But I feel like there's still someone connected to them that they don't want to see it. So they're going to delete the thread, I just heard. For some of you, I'm hearing it's their parent. Like a really toxic mother, I just heard. Interesting. I see this person's been a little bit moody as of lately. But it's because they're coming into balance. You know what? You could have been a little bit moody lately, I'm hearing. Because you all have been faced with a lot of temptation, okay? I feel like you and this person are both homebodies, and you help each other to feel complete. Like, you two are very compatible, but there's been a lot of temptation around as of lately. You and this person could have baby fever right now, like you or them. Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of temptation, which has caused some kind of, like, stagnation, some kind of standstill. But this person's coming forward to communicate because I feel like this energy, because that's landing on top of feeling complete, I feel like when you two aren't connected, like they feel really disconnected from themselves. Yeah, this has to do with past life, okay? You and this person share a lot of passion together. I also just got dizzy. They could be going through withdrawal. Like, instead of you, it could be them that's experiencing withdrawal symptoms. Alright. Now I'm drawn to the reconciliation deck. I believe it's by prettyspirit.com or something like that. I don't know. Okay, if you had a question, the answer is no. And you know what? I feel like that was like very specific and I'm putting it back now. Alright, Spirit's saying you're not being heard in this situation, okay? I'm hearing your feelings are valid, but they're not being respected. There is some kind of a minor setback here, which could have to do with this person. Like, maybe that's why there was a disconnect of some sort. Again, Spirit's saying you need to express yourself more clearly. I feel like the more you create art-wise, the more you can connect with yourself, I'm hearing. Something about within a week. We also have take a time out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the reason you weren't being heard is because there was a need for a detachment. Okay, and this could be due to the fact that you or this person had some sort of trauma that was creating, look at this, was creating defense mechanisms and lopsided effort within the connection. I feel like that caused a separation period, to be totally honest, because Spirit was like, why are you accepting this? That's what I'm seeing. Yeah. Spirit was like, this is all about you. There was a need for you to take a step back and look within yourself to find out where this was coming from, because you or this person still had an ex involved in some way. So I feel like that's why there was this need to pause and reflect and like really take a look at where this energy was coming from. Yeah. Okay. I feel like the Spirit's really encouraging you guys to play more, like connect more with your inner child. I'm also seeing practice self-love a little bit more this week, but you and this person are coming into a vibrational alignment, okay? And we do have yes. There could have been some daddy issues that needed to be worked through as well. Okay. I guess we're keeping these. Somebody's going to spill the beans about something, and I feel like it has to do with this person being too nervous to talk to you. Which is interesting because they're reminding me of the other day I channeled this. What was it? Thought you should know. Yeah, you're about to level up, okay? I feel like you're starting to recognize when people are coming at you in a way of lust versus when they're coming at you in a way of like genuine love. And I feel like that's what's helping you to level up to a new position. I honestly just heard to a new level, but I didn't want to say that because like, duh. Anyway, I feel like this person's been drinking a lot and I'm immediately hearing, what's that song? Can't Get You Off My Mind. Calling My Phone. Okay, somebody is like, this is interesting. I feel like this is what this is interesting. Plot twist. I live vicariously through you guys. So this someone is going to spill the beans energy. I feel like this has to do with someone being really jealous of you. And whoever this individual is that's jealous may have done some fugazi behavior that created a setback in your life. And this is going to land on the I'm too nervous to talk to you. You know what? This is really weird. This is a really specific download, but you might get confirmation about like a friend doing something behind your back that created a stagnation, a delay of some sort that's causing this person to be really nervous about expressing it to you. And a while ago, didn't I channel that somebody's friend was like sleeping with someone's man? Some fugazi activity like that. I don't know. But anyway, you're about to get like confirmation about someone's jealousy regardless, okay? Somebody wants you to know they thought about you today. Another butterfly. part of the reason I feel like you're about to level up is because there's travel coming towards you. Like, some of you are going to be traveling soon. I also see ASMR is going to bring you tingles and comfort this week. Okay, stop yelling at me. Okay, you were just yelling and now you're not. Like, thanks. Sorry. They wanted me to get this deck and they were yelling about it, and then as soon as I turned to grab it, they stopped talking and I forgot what deck it was. I didn't expect this to be as long as it is. You and somebody could end up making amends this week. Interesting, because it's landing on top of that jealous, and like the setback. I'm telling you, okay, for some of you, if you've been in a separation period with somebody that you were like dating or like talking to or like, I don't know, building something with, I feel like if there was a separation, this was due to somebody else doing something fugazi behind your back, and you're gonna find out. We have making amends. I feel like somebody's gonna tell you. There could have also been some family stress, okay? There could also be that this week. I'm also seeing somebody trying to play some games with you, and that's landing on top of that scoring some ass. So again, like, it's really about you recognizing when somebody just wants in your pants and when they want something real. We have fire magic, haunted by an ex, and I want to have some fun with you. Euphoric experience, and time to change things up. I feel like you're recognizing, who is falling back into old habits. Like, there's something about how you're not allowing this year to be like the last, I just heard. Spirit's saying there's something they want you to take care of now instead of later. This person you're connected to is into magic. I always say that's hot because it is. They're saying you need to cleanse your space and your energy, okay? I'm also seeing a massage might be helpful to, like, detach some of this toxic energy. Something about a breakup. Give me more. You talk a lot of shit. You could be talking too much shit and there's a need for a perspective change. You could be talking shit about somebody that, like, you had a breakup with, okay? And they're recommending that you change your perspective on that. I'm also seeing somebody sending you a lot of lustful energy this week, okay? Something about the spring is relevant with that he's into magic person. And look at that. I just said somebody's been sending you a lot of lustful energy this week, and we have devil dick, and I'm toxic for you. Be really cautious of that lustful energy, guys. Because remember that, like, every time you are intimate with someone, you're giving them a part of yourself. So if they're not aligned to you in an energy positive way, like, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, always make yourself a priority, okay? A lot of you need to increase your self-care this week, but I do see, like, a loving man coming towards you in the springtime. You might even get pregnant. Be careful. Spirit's reminding you that you're not going to change other people. Like, you can't force people to change when they're not willing to change it. There's also something about a theft here that you need to pay attention to. This can even be, like, an emotional theft. Yeah, somebody's settling in some kind of a relationship, and I feel like this is due to, like, an unplanned pregnancy. So they're kind of just, like, reverting back to old habits and being like, yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna settle for less. So that, like, this is giving me the energy of somebody that doesn't want to put the work in. Yeah, your intuition's been telling you this, though. I feel like your intuition's been telling you not only do you have someone coming towards you in the spring that's healthy and on your level, but whoever you're going through this breakup with is settling. Like, your intuition's been telling you that. Fake news. Girl, I promise you I saw him. And it's landing on top of won't change him. Some of you could have a shady friend, okay? Like, I keep picking that up. Like, third party theft, pay attention. Some of you might need to look at the fact that, like, you're a side chick. Awkward moment, but... And there's a need for forgiveness here. And if it's not you that's a side chick, then you need to, like, recognize that there is one. But again, I'm hearing, like, for a lot of you, I feel like you do have a shady friend, and there's a need to acknowledge that. Yeah, there's something you're fixating on that Spirit's saying it needs to be released, okay? You need to forgive and forget, is what I'm hearing, which I never tell people to do. I also see I want to be more than 6 feet. I want to be closer than 6 feet. A need for grounding. Empress mode. Boss bitch. Some of you could just be in like an energy of working on yourself, which is causing a lot of people to spy on you. It's causing a lot of people to just like want to be all up in your business, which you could be picking up on, which is triggering you into like old habits of like fixation, I'm hearing. So there is a really big need, like I said, for grounding this week, okay? Unexpected engagement. Interesting. Family. Let's get a couple more for the collective this week. Dude! Y'all, I cannot make this up. It literally says side chick drama. Like, live-in boyfriend. Codependency. I like boys and girls. Interesting. One more. Defensive. Okay, I feel like this is weird. This is a weird message. I feel like some of you are trying to break free from codependency, and you could be continually tested by somebody who like has some kind of side chick drama. And I feel like the side chick drama is due to like this is so weird, but it's due to them living together? What? Question mark? I'm also seeing like you need to make sure you're not falling into codependent habits here. Make sure there's an equal amount of give and take in a relationship that you're investing yourself into. Okay? Anyway, that's the message for this week. I hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions or anything, just pop them in the comments. If I get a second, I might be able to respond to them. I do read all the comments and I like them. I only respond if I feel called to, though. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your week.